take a fucking swing. Do you got heart? Are you mean? Got some scars, got some needs. Are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve it now.
What's up, guys? Master Styles here. Welcome you back to Inside Gaming, your go-to source for all things Eternal Evolution. Patch notes are out. Go check them out in a second. So they decided that they wanted to awaken Carabyne over our boy. Hold on. Get out of this animation. Over our boy Taresh, right? Taresh should have been the way to go, right? If you wanted to make him Atlas, which would have been great, he would have fit right into the team. I already use him in PvP, not so much in PvE, but in PvP. But let's actually go over to Carabyne here and see what he has going on for himself, right? They decided to go with this guy. Man, I'm just like, I'm cringing inside because I'm not really a fan of this guy at all, right? But he does have some things going on, right? So first off, he does have the teleport. Before, it was the furthest hero or enemy, right? Enemy. There we go. Thing about that is if they're going against the summoner, it's gonna go with the summon unit with the lowest HP versus hero. So in this situation, we potentially would need hero versus units, right? Versus enemy target. But again, they switched it over from that to the lowest HP, right? So that's what he does after 12 seconds. He teleports. Would work against energy because then the Cariolis field back in the day was shorter than that. But now Kara has 45 seconds, so this teleportation right here is just going to be rendered useless if they go against energy. Yeah, keep that in mind, okay? What else? He also starts the battle with the Guardian state, and he gains 320 critical damage reduction, but it lasts for 40 seconds once you unlock the talents there. It should have been an additional 40 seconds, but we're not going to talk too much about that. Thing about him is he needs accuracy right here. Where is it? 150 to dispel invincibility from all targets, right? Once you're hit by the touch of the spear. Shield removal would have been great to be added to his awakening to improve this, an improvement, right? Enhancement, that's the word. Enhancement to this would have been shield removal. I'm always going to push my shield removal. Big thing is here, once his HP gets below 50%, the damage of this skill is increased by 50%. Okay, interestingly enough. Okay, cool, right? And of course, it deals damage to surrounding targets and bind for 2 seconds. Whoop-de-doo, right? For why he needs accuracy, that was why. Here, once he drops below 50%, he also gains a shield equal to 30% of max HP. The thing about this is that it doesn't say that it's once, right? It seems like it can happen more than once. So one other thing, once we go into his kit, right? Because I already looked at it, and he's also going to be considered a win fear. They should have gave him revive. One cool thing you could have done was run in fade out with this guy, right? So that way you'll go down to the 50%, you'll do double damage on this skill here, gain the shield back. But that shield's pretty huge. But that is that there. His ultimate, we'll go over the new one. The old one is unable to crit, which is weird because normally whenever you awaken hero that doesn't crit, they tend to crit. So we're gonna have to take a look at this. And honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Let's see him here. His build, cool, right? It looks, different type of unit, right? I haven't skipped one yet. Let's actually go look, and I have to go all the way here. Let's go to Awaken. I have not skipped a single Awaken hero. Of all of them, they're all at least 7, except for who's not at 7? Barag, fairly new, and Artemis. Everybody else is above 7. And for this guy, I don't see anything on paper. I looked at it. We're going to go over it. And also, before we get on out of here, let's take a look at the tank team while we're at it, right? We'll go into here. We'll just go into this one. It's easier that way anyways. Where is the tank team that I'm running, right? So that way we can actually see the stats here. I don't know why this guy doesn't have gears on him. But this here is the tank team, right? Again, I was playing around because I wanted to see what works. You know, I showed you another various tank team, and this guy doesn't have his gears because it's on Bergman. They split gears, right? PvP. There we go, right? Wamigan's awakened, right? Also, Panda's awakened. So is Canis, and we also know that Connor's awakened. Bringing him to the fray, that means that leaves 2 slots, right? Obviously, you can remove Wamigan now, potentially, for him, right? Because he's gonna most likely do more damage. Because Wamigan at this point is just on the team because he's awakened for the extra damage and the damage reduction in PvP. That's probably why he's there. But if they, you know, give a buff to the new hero, this would be the tank team, because Orton here increases the tank's damage, which is what we need. We need something, right? New guy, he's just gonna do what he gotta do. I think he's definitely gonna get a buff in the next update. His damage is going to go up, and Taresh would have been ideal. I would have loved that. I would have been happy. I would have definitely tried to get him to 7 as fast as possible. But this would be the tank team for right now in PvP, right? PvE, we don't really need no tanks unless it's tank form content. Other than that, you just use your summoners, right? Your Amat and your Daji. Awaken 3 Daji and Awaken 5 Amat. You can get it done, right? I already made a video about that. But let's just go see what they are bringing. Hell Arena is about to be done, right? End of the season there. So probably get some new trophies and things along that line. So let's actually hop over to Facebook here and see what they got going on. Hopefully there's something new. Doubt it, but let's go see. All right, so here we go. New awakenable hero, Carabyne. Ugh, just cringe inside. Why? Taresh would have been so great. Now we have to wait for another Lord knows how long for them to awaken Taresh. Great. Awakening ultimate skill, Dark Tide. Carabyne casts a shadow of deep seas into reality, dealing damage in a circular area around equal to a percentage of Carabyne's max HP. So that seems like they're gonna change the way how his ultimate is. A few times, okay, random, and knocking enemies down. This skill cannot be critical. Why not? He didn't crit before. Now would be the time to make him crit. The damage dealt is calculated instantly and can be delayed. Is that really true? I don't know. Upon activation, additionally creates C space. What is that? Restoring ally heroes HP equal to a percentage of their max HP every second for a few seconds. The potential effect, Deep Space. Enemy targets have a chance, based on Carabyne's accuracy, to be knocked down and take damage equal to a percentage of Carabyne's max HP. Wouldn't it have been great to add staggered to this, right? That would have been nice. Awakened passive skill, Embodiment of Darkness. During the creation of the squad. Yeah, nobody cares about Soul Rubelite Mine. Carabyne is considered a win fear. Could have did Taresh. I'm gonna keep pushing that and make Taresh into an Atlas. If Carabyne received fatal damage, he ignores it and becomes invincible for a few seconds. Wish it would have been a revive versus cheat that. Right? Fade out would have been an interesting option, just to play off of the keeping him at below 50% HP, restoring HP and energy, and simultaneously teleport to the enemy with the lowest HP. But this only happens, how many times does this happen? This triggers once per battle. Okay, so he gets an extra teleport, it seems like, right? That's what that sounds like. Potential effect. The dead ignore effect of Carabyne is triggered an additional time. What? are you talking about? So now, based off of this, he has 3 teleports. The one at 12 seconds, then the first time he dies, and the second time. Okay. Might as well have just given them a revive at this point, right? When Carabyne activates teleportation independently, he steals a percentage of max HP from enemies and converts it into his max HP. What? What is this? What am I reading right now? Like, what is this? So he gets 2 cheat that, based off of what I'm seeing, his ultimate still don't crit. And what else did he get? He becomes a Windfear? That's all he gets? Because I would say, oh no, he's going to be crazy. The ultimate don't crit. So, yeah, let's just move on from that. New events and event optimizations. I actually want to see who they got here. So, we have, for the wishlist banner, Carabyne. I have him at Immortal 4, and Alcor, Becky's Immortal 5, and then the rest of the elites we don't care about. And of course, guaranteed every 60. Love that. That's my favorite part about the wishlist banner. Of course, you couple it with the giant tower. You also have Carabyne's copies, and of course, his soul crystal. I think I'm only going to bring him to Awaken 3. If, yeah, actually I will, because then I'll do the summons, and then I could just save my tickets. I could. Because, oh my goodness, this is why I do this, right? It's because of y'all. Honestly, I would just skip this one altogether. It's because of y'all, and I know you're gonna want to know, so that's why I do it. Quantum Mimic, no, I'm still waiting for that last prototype. We have Danix and of course Rebirth brand. This is the tank prototype. Hero Rally, nothing new. Mysterious gift, you know how it is. Get your lucky stars and get you some awakenable materials. Ascension Arena, at this point, man, top 2, right? Daji, Avadon, and Carabyne are the bonus heroes. Holy Land Contract, the bonus heroes probably not even gonna matter. You're gonna use the Amon and Daji combo to run through all of that. We also have Gil versus Gil, Daji, Avadon, Carabyne, and Senway, of all people, right? Then we have game content adjustments and optimizations. Added a mod Soul Crystal. Sure, I'll take it. I'll bring her to Awaken 8. Let me know if you want a video about that. Then optimize the Hell Arena. Oh, it's weird. Optimize the Hell Arena. Okay. The Hell Arena will begin its 13th season. Wow. Can't believe that. Chasing the Wind season on May 26th. This season will include buff Moon Chaser. Increase all heroes max HP by 200%. Tanks, vanguards. Sounds amazing. Attack speed by 400. Hunters. Yeah. Hunter season's coming. I can feel it. And reduce energy recovery rate by 30%. So vanguards looking interesting here because they don't care about no energy recovery. And of course, you know, tanks are gonna love the HP, and so does vanguards. Okay. Adjusted the Hell Arena shop. At the start of the new season, the shop will remove season exclusive items from Deathmatch season and will add new season exclusive items. Ancient Mecha Beetle 3. So no bug fixes. Okay. The game is perfectly fine according to them. So yeah, that was the patch notes there. Nothing new in terms of content. Just the awakening of, what's this guy's name? Carabyne. And yeah, we'll bring him there. Actually, let me see something here. Okay, so I can also summon for this guy because I was wondering where he was. We'll summon for him. Or maybe I could just skip both of them and just summon for this guy. I think that's probably what I'm going to do. Instead of going to wishlist banner, just summon for this guy. Because Carabyne I could use, I think, those selector cards that I have that I don't use. The awakenable ones. I have a couple of them. But again, if you made it this far in the video, the word of the day is disappointment. Because again, Hello? Hello? Anybody? No? Taresh, please, right? That would have made more sense. People would have been at least excited about that. But where's this guy? I was looking at something. Why is his HP so high? I don't even have none of these tempered out, and he already have 8.2 million HP. I was just looking at that caught my eye earlier. But again, if you do around here, we are on our way to 1,600 subscribers. Reasons for subscribing, updates, guides, tier list. It's coming this weekend. Just waiting for them to change this guy. I know they're gonna do something to him. I already know. And of course, the Profundability series is there for the new players. For those that are rocking with me, let me know down in the comments how you feel about the awakening of Carabyne. Yeah, I know I can hear it. Somebody's gonna be like, well, you say you were only gonna bring him to Awaken 3, but why'd you bring him to Awaken 5? I don't know. Sometimes I do things just because of y'all. But without further ado, I want to thank you for watching. Till the next video, peace.